Hello there, and welcome back to my 10th time recording this video. This is the Season 6 announcement video. Before we actually get to the announcement bit, I do just want to kind of point you in the direction of Map Making Magazine, which is a online magazine created by the Minecraft community, mostly by map makers, as you can tell by the name, but there is like education folk and stuff that write things for it. There are people that create fan art, and it's pretty awesome. I was just reminded to kind of point people in the direction of it because they had an article in 60 Minute Maps, and I was like, oh, well, I have a video coming out soon anyway. And although most of you probably know about it, some of you may not, and so I thought I would point you in the direction of it. Alright, now on to the announcement that you actually care about that I've recorded a billion times. Okay, so this is Season 6. This is the Stackers 1v1. This is hopefully my improved version of the ladder tournament type thing that Arsmilic did a while back. I really liked the ladder. There were some people that didn't. I kind of asked them what they didn't like about it, and added a few things here and there. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty much the exact same thing because I'm very unoriginal with my ideas. Alright, so here we've got stacks. Now, the main goal of this is to get the highest stack possible. The secondary goal is to have the best win rate, which are these numbers here, and the glass colors, which we'll get to in a second. Let me make sure I have this. Okay, so every episode there will be a 1v1 of the maps. The maps will be played based on submission date. So whoever submitted either directly before you or directly after you is who you'll be facing in that episode. So if you and another person, say Ron here, and I submitted a bunch of maps right next to each other, we would be facing each other for multiple episodes. Now, if that does happen, I will probably release the episodes in a different order, but you'll still end up facing that person multiple times. If you end up facing the same person like 5 times, I may change around the order a bit so you don't have to play the same person 5 times, but that's only in an extreme case. So one of the main things that people told me they didn't like about the ladder was that it was possible for the highest person to face the lowest person to win, and then all of a sudden they're at the top. So rather than have the lowest person raised all the way up to the level of the highest person, or the person that they're facing, they will be raised up the difference divided by 5. So if Rec here, who's the lowest person, faces me, the highest person, and I have 5 pieces of glass here, the difference between us is 4, so he would go up 4 divided by 5, and then that would be, or 4 divided by 5 plus 1, so he'd go up 1, and then he didn't quite reach another block, so he would only gain 1 block for that if he won. If he lost, he wouldn't go up anything at all. So he's not getting rewarded for losing. If, say, I was at 5 blocks, and he played against me, and he won, he'd go up 2 blocks, because he got the 1 block for winning, and then the difference divided by 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1, etc. The win rates are the glass colors. So dark green is a 100% win rate. So we have Arsmilic here. He submitted 2 maps. He won 2 maps. And on the back of each piece of glass should be the episode that map was played in. Here we have me, and while I have a higher stack than Arsmilic, my win rate is lower. So I submitted more maps. I won more maps, but I also lost a map. And so my win rate is 5 out of 6, which falls in this secondary range. CDF Demand, 2 out of 3, falls in this third range. Unlikely Waffle has a 4 out of 8, which falls within this 50 to 64 fourth range. And then Rec has a 1 out of 999, which falls within the last range, that is less than 50%. Typical rules apply, so rather than me assigning theme words, during this period of time that you'll have to submit maps, you'll be making normal 60-minute maps, which means they should be based on 2 random theme words. Only the lobby should ever be built outside of time. For this competition, I would encourage you to not make the lobby part of your map, and I would encourage you to include everything you want kind of played through within the map. So Awesome 1 last time had some really great maps that required you to go out, and while that's really unique, I think kind of the spirit of this season, at least, if not 60-minute maps as a whole, is building the entire map within it in 60 minutes. So while that was really cool, I'd like everyone to be kind of on the same footing, so I'm just going to say, to make it fair, should be built within Minecraft. If you submit a map that has stuff outside of it, I'll still play it, obviously, but it will not score as well against the other map, is the way I'll put it. Could still win, but teams is always a question. So teams are going to be considered separate. So previously in the ladder competition, if, for example, me and the 22 Scoops teamed up for a couple of maps as Team Hawk Labs, he was raised up to my level. And when we won, both of us were raised up another level. In this, teams will be considered a separate contestant. So if CDF Demand and, if I can grab his head, and Wreckabilly played a match and won as a team against someone, they would get raised up a block, and here they would be together as a separate team, and I would put their team name, so they were team CDB Lee. And they won 1-for-1. And then say they were in EP1. There you go. So that's how teams will work. So they have their separate kind of solo maps and scores and win rates, and then they have the team. All right. I think that's covered everything important. At the end of it, there will be several kind of awards given out, but there will be 2 specific winners. The first winner will be the highest stack, and the second winner will be the highest win percentage with the most maps. So Ron has 2 for 2, 100%. He's the only person with 100%, so he would win. If, say, Waffle actually had 100%, then, and so they both have 100%, pretend. Waffle has 4 maps here with his 100%, and Ron has 2, so 4 is higher than 2, so this 100% stack would win. And then I would still win for highest stack overall, if that makes sense. Hopefully. If you have any questions, leave them as comments below. I can typically get to them. Oh, and you'll want to know the time period. The time is January 3rd, 2017, which is today, up until February 10th, which is a month and 7 days away, about. And that's when you have to submit maps. You can submit as many as you want in that period. You may submit as few as you want in that period. Hopefully you'll at least give it a try, even if you've never done it before. And remember, it only takes 60 minutes. All right, goodbye. Oh, and one final detail that I forgot to mention. As you probably guessed, I know a few people guessed this, last season, the Emerald Block. This season, we're going to have a Redstone Block for the victor, and a Red Wool is the current set thing for any new contestants that this is their first season participating. The actual participants will be getting an unidentified item so far. I haven't really picked what it is, but I'm going to try and come up with something that relates to stackers. But those are the 2 blocks for this season. All right, thanks for watching.